Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video we are going to discuss about the dissolution apparatus type 1 basket type and type 2 paddle type. Okay, this is Kamlesh Mali, working as assistant professor in the Department of Pharmaceutics at R.C. Patel Institute of Pharmaceutical Education, Research and Shirpur, Maharashtra. Okay, now we start our session. In this video we are going to discuss about the two official dissolution apparatus, that is the first type 1, that is a basket type, and type 2, that is a paddle type, right? So basically what is the difference between these two apparatus? The whole assembly or whole apparatus is a similar one, but only the shaft that attached to the basket and the shaft which attached to the paddle, that make the difference, that is a paddle type and basket type of apparatus, right? Now we see the introduction about dissolution. So basically what dissolution is a process, or it is a mass transfer process, right? So it is a large particle dissolve in dissolution media, and they come or transfer into the liquid form, right? So tablet dissolution, it is a standardized method for the measuring rate of drug release from dosage form. So what the dissolution measure the rate of drug release in a particular time, right? Then the drug dissolution testing is a routinely used to provide different information, and mostly the dissolution test is routinely used in a industry, right? So what information we getting from the dissolutions, like, so in it gives the information like in vitro drug release information in both cases, that is a quality control purpose and as well as a batch to batch consistency, right? So from dissolution data we can check the quality of product, as well as we can find out the batch to batch consistency. As in industry, what there is a different batches carried out in whole day, right? So the each batch should be show the similar result, and that we can predict from the dissolution data. Then in drug development, it help to predict the in vivo drug release profile. So dissolution also provide or help in to predict the how in vivo drug release will be in particular dosage form. Now what is the importance of dissolution testing? First one, it help in predict the dissolution performance of drug. So on the basis of dissolution data we can predict how the drug show its dissolution profile in animal, that is in vivo test, right? Then it help to determine the physiological availability of drug. From dissolution we can find out the how much amount of drug is available physically in particular system. Then third one is for monitoring the uniformity and reproducibility of the production batches as a quality control tool. So dissolution testing, it also used as a quality control tool in terms of what, to find out the uniformity in batches or productions, or it also check out the reproducibility. Then the fourth one is it help in optimization of parameters and ingredient in new drug formulation, means it help in to optimization formula, right? When we going to formulate any tablet, for example, so in that we have to set that formula first, right? How much amount of disintegratant we use, how much amount of binder we have to use, right? How much amount of different lubricant we have to use for the formulation. These are all the optimization we can done with the help of dissolution data, right? Now next, what are the different dosage form that require the dissolution testing, right? So first one is a tablet, it may be coated or uncoated, right? Then a capsule, then transdermal patches, topical dosage form like cream, gel, ointments, etc. Then suspension, and last one is a suppository. These are the different formulation which require the dissolution testing, right? Now we move, or we see the dissolution type 1 apparatus, that is a basket type apparatus. In this video you can see this is the basket type apparatus, and this is the basket, right? So this is the shaft which attached to the motor for the rotation purpose, right? Right. Then at the end of that shaft the basket is attached, right? And it consists the dosage form, and it's surrounded by the dissolution media, right? Then here is a small opening from which we can withdraw the sample for the analysis purpose with the help of UV. After the withdrawal the sample, we can analyze that sample with the help of UV. So to find out the how much amount of drug released in a particular time, right? So this is about this basket type of apparatus. Now what is the more information about this basket type apparatus? This is the first official method which adopted it in 1970, right? The design of this apparatus is like it having a vessel which having a semi-hemisphere bottom, which is made up of a borosilicate glass, right, and which having a capacity near about 1 liter, right. Then the shaft is made up of the stainless steel 316, and the speed of shaft rotation is 50 to 100 rpm. Then that vessel is deep in a water bath, right, and that water bath maintain the temperature near about 37 plus minus 0.5 degrees Celsius, right. Then the purpose of this basket type apparatus when we use this type of apparatus. So first one, when there is a evaluation of beads, evaluation of capsule, or evaluation of oral disintegration tablet, in that case we have to use the basket type apparatus, right. Now what are the advantage and disadvantage of this basket type apparatus? First one advantage, it is the most commonly used apparatus, right. It is easily automated, which is important for the routine investigation, right. So it is easily automated, so it make analysis more simple or more easy. Then what are the disadvantage of this apparatus? There is a hydrodynamic head zone is created in some time in that basket, which may affect the dissolution rate. Then there is a problem like a degassing, right. So if there is a gassing, then we have to remove that gas to prevent the dissolution. Is any effect of that gas over that particular dissolution? So there is a need to degassing, right. Then limited volume. So limited volume is a problem in case of poorly soluble drug. There may be the sink condition not properly maintained due to the limited volume. There may be the saturations, right. So and once there is a saturations occur, there is no further solubilizations, right. So like the limited volume may affect the dissolution. So these are the disadvantages and disadvantages regarding the basket type apparatus. Now we move toward the second type, that is a paddle type apparatus. And these both apparatus we discuss in this video, these are the according to USP, right. So that's why the name is USP type second paddle type apparatus, right. In this we can see in this figure, this is the basket which are the similar to the this is the vessel, right, which consists at the center the shaft which attached to the paddle, right. This is the dosage form, right. And this shaft or this paddle is immersed in a dissolution medium, right. The whole assembly of this apparatus is the similar one. The only difference is what? The basket is replaced by the paddle, right. This is the only difference. Then the whole assembly of that apparatus should be similar. Then some more information regarding the paddle type apparatus. The dosage form is dropped directly into the medium, which we have to subject for the dissolution study, right. Then the stir by means of paddle which attached to the shaft, and the rotation of that shaft may be 50 to 75 rpm, right. The rpm, that is a rotation speed of that particular shaft. Then the design, the shaft that is a similar as a basket type, that is a, but the shape of that shaft is changed only, that is that attached to the paddle. Now the stirring element that is coated with the Teflon for the laboratory purpose, mostly the stainless steel is used. Now the rotation speed, it is near about 25 to 50 rpm. Then the water bath, the temperature of water bath is maintained at 37 plus minus 0.5 degrees Celsius. Then the sinker means it is a element which prevent the floating of any dosage form. If there is any floating type of dosage form which have to evaluate with the help of paddle type apparatus, in that case we have to use the sinker to avoid the floating, right? Then this type of apparatus mostly used for the purpose to evaluate the capsule, because the capsule is floating on the dissolution media, right? Powder, suspension or tablet the floating type of tablet, right? In that case we have to use the paddle type apparatus. Now what are the advantages and disadvantages of this paddle type of apparatus? So it is easy to use, right? Second, it easily adaptable to apparatus 5 type 5, which so that second type of apparatus can be easily modified into the type 5 apparatus, which used for the transdermal patch, right? Then third one is it easily automated, so it make easy investigation or easy analysis, right? Then the disadvantage is like limited volume, so limited volume which create problem in dissolution, right? Then second one is a hydrodynamic complex. They are vary with site of dosage form in vessel due to maybe the sticking or floating, and therefore may be significantly affected rate of drug dissolutions, right? Then in case of paddle type apparatus we have to use the sinker in terms of, or in case of floating type of drug delivery systems, right, to avoid the floating, right? These are the advantages and disadvantages regarding the paddle type of apparatus. So in this video we discuss about the two type of apparatus according to USP, type 1 and type 2, with their advantages and disadvantages, right? Okay, thank you.